Hungry boy. Enjoy!
You have 60 seconds to consume, part man.
Part chicken, all Colonel. So, you've seen Robocop 1. You've seen Robocop 2, where there's another Robocop. You've seen Robocop 3, where there's even more...
Which sadly didn't have another Robocop.
It has more robots, though. It has some Japanese androids.
Yeah.
And Robocop 3 basically details what happened to the Robocop property.
Yes.
Yeah, it was OCP obviously created it, and it's just been this cursed thing that has just made its way from company to company, corporation to corporation. So, as we see in Robocop 3, it's passed along...
The OCP bought out by...
Kimitsu.
Oh, Kimitsu, yeah.
Yeah, Japanese company, who is not around anymore because, surprise, once they acquired this cursed property, they went bankrupt.
Well, when you don't have a charismatic lead like Bob Morton pushing things along, I mean, Murphy can only do so much. He is a robot man with limited programming. You can only shoot so many people in the cock for it to be effective.
Exactly. So as Kimitsu went down, they put Robocop up in auction.
Yep.
And, I mean, everyone showed up. GM, Amazon, just the usual guys. And...
I'm surprised Tesla didn't put in a big enough bid, to be perfectly honest.
You'd think these guys, any one of these guys would have gotten it. Netflix, apparently, rumor has it, they wanted to actually make a TV series using real Robocops, which I think would have been wild.
Oh my god, that would have been like the Cops reboot, from the 90s that we don't want.
I don't know how that would have worked, just like
bad
legally,
bots.
Logistically, Bad
bots.
So, guess who won the auction? We just recently found out. It's been unveiled.
Yeah, our new corporate overlords.
KFC, Kentucky fucking chicken.
Right.
I mean, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah.
No, I think you're pretty accurate this first time around.
Oh my god. What the hell did they think that they needed with this state-of-the-art cybernetic technology? It's got to be a joke. It has to be.
It has to be, but I don't know. It's
a lot of money for a joke.
It is. I mean, the only thing I can think of is they saw the little spiky hand things Robocop has, and I went rotisserie.
Yeah,
but that's not even how KFC is cooked.
Yeah,
it's deep fried.
Yeah, or unless you plunge the skewer into...
Oh, of course.
And then you dunk it in. And actually quite efficient. I didn't think of that, yeah.
I guess you can probably stick a few drumsticks on the end of that spike and psst.
Now, we haven't had a lot of details released as to how this is going to work or how it's going to be implemented in the KFC brand. He may just be a mascot in a la Captain America. They spend all this money to make him a super soldier and then just parade him out and make him sing and dance. Because I don't know...
Well, they'd have to upgrade that suit.
Hygiene-wise, actually, a robot might be better at preparing food than a human might be. But, I mean, the problem is with the Robocop technology is that you need a human being, a human mind, to operate it. So, again, this is so baffling. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around it. This is still fresh news coming to you straight off the presses.
Do we have any information that it's still Murphy? Or have they just, KFC, taken the technology, got some... I don't know, pimply-faced youth and whacked him in a Robocop suit.
Right, well, they've just released some videos of the Robocop, and it sounds like Murphy to me. I don't know if you've seen this. Yeah. We're going to, listeners, viewers, we're going to take a break. We're going to let Simon see the new footage, and then we'll come right back.
Howdy, folks. Try my $20 fill-up. You have 10 seconds to comply.
So, definitely sounds like Murphy, doesn't it?
Yeah, okay, he's a robot. I guess he hasn't aged in all these years, but yeah, it's a bit creepy seeing that young face with that voice. Oh, wow. It's definitely him, though, isn't it?
I mean, it has to be, unless they were synthesizing the voice, but why would you bother, right?
Well, yeah, okay. Look, Murphy had a little bit of an upsy doodle in Robocop 3. At the beginning, he got set on fire, so they had to change his face, and so his voice got a little bit mangled. I'm guessing the voice box, but they must have fixed this because that sounds like my boy Murphy.
Yeah,
But,
I'd know that anyway.
Wow. Yeah. I must admit the oh, come on. The hair and the mustache and that. Come on.
They've actually done quite a good job of integrating those hair pieces. I'm not sure how they work, if it's just like a wig, into the armor. Obviously, you need that brand recognition.
I guess. I guess it's probably better than them just trying to, I don't know, spray paint decals of a KFC uniform on there.
Yeah. I will commend them that there isn't any obvious decals or branding for KFC. They really are relying on the recognition of the hair and the glasses.
I just realized they'd have to have punched in a few of that hair onto that face, wouldn't they? You don't want that falling off. They can't use glue.
Yeah. I mean, it is really well done. It's a ridiculous concept, but they've integrated hair into Robocop's.
Oh, that looks solid.
And
wow.
face. So both rubber, metal, and skin all has hair growing out of it. I don't want to go into the logic of that because there is none.
Look, obviously, KFC, they've obviously been developing new technology over the years, with, let's face it, global population growing and growing. There's only so much chicken you can slaughter per day. So they've got to... All I'm saying is, there's got to be some chicken grown in vats somewhere. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, are they finally going to give us the robot chicken that Seth Green and Breckin Meyer have foretold for decades?
Oh my god, Colonel Robocop versus Robot Chicken is the thing. What? Pay us, KFC. We can do the marketing for you.
Yeah. I love this. I think, at first I didn't know. I thought KFC buying the Robocop division of OCP doesn't make any sense, but
no,
I'm warming up to the idea.
No. I think if they're going to do something, look, if you're going to do something big and stupid.
Yeah. This is fuck you money. I don't know who's running KFC right now. Maybe it's just one of the Colonel's descendants. They've just inherited it. They've never been poor in their lives. They friggin' wipe their asses with Egyptian cotton. So they're just like, you know what? Just Kimitsu has put up their Robocop division. Let's buy it. And then I'm sure whoever helps make financial decisions at KFC was like, maybe we shouldn't do that. And then they went, fuck you, I have all the money in the world, I'll do it.
This does feel like a foul son move. It was probably between the Colonel's great grandnephew versus the Burger King's, I don't know, heir to the throne.
Yeah.
Versus whatever hell spawn that came from Ronald McDonald.
This reeks of trust fund decision.
Yes.
Oh man. What's on his bow tie? He's got it's more. I think they call that a lariat. He's got like a bow tie kind of thing on it. It's like a gold detail. I'm looking very closely at what they've done with this Robocop. I don't know why he's wearing glasses either.
That's pure branding. That's pure fucking branding. You know that.
Yeah, it probably doesn't have any practical add-on or anything.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if we can get a good... you know what I think that is? I think that's a Colonel lapel pin.
So it's his face near his face.
Yeah, it has to be that, surely. It has to be that.
So I've reviewed this footage quite a few times now, and we see the Colonel Robocop in numerous scenarios, and I'm wondering if this is just testing the waters to see what people respond best to, or trying to show us the applications that they want to implement. So the first short or demonstration we see is sort of a butler type role. So Robocop comes into a family's house, and they're watching Robocop, fittingly enough.
Yeah, it's a little bit demeaning, isn't it? Like, you're literally standing there next to your former glory. Oh my god! I can see where they've pop riveted that in there. Fuck!
Yes.
Murphy, what have they done to you?
OCP can be accused of many things, but cutting corners in manufacturing is not one of them.
Oh, Murphy, my boy. God.
They've done him dirty.
They've done him dirty. I mean, look, okay.
Big black seams, pop rivets all over the place.
Look, technology ages, like, especially something that's like close to 40 years old. It's gonna need some TLC. It's gonna need some tender care. Like, the gears are gonna wear out. But like, this probably is. They probably just found some cast-off armor plating. Because look, we know RoboCop got into some heavy stuff. He always came out dinged to hell. Like he was like he literally got blowed up to pieces at one point. They still stuck him back together. So this has to be one of those things where they just was like, yeah, we're just gonna find the cleanest parts and just chuck him back together.
Well, at least he doesn't look like RoboFlag.
No,
this is still better than that.
Yeah, I mean, he at least looks metallic,
Yes, he is a robot. He looks like a robot. So in this first demonstration of the Colonel, he is serving Kentucky Fried Chicken, and the family seems at first confused and apathetic, and then he says you have 10 seconds to consume the chicken, and then suddenly they're very interested. So very, very effective. Very effective in this scenario.
Sorry, I've just noticed that's a distinctly Asian-looking family, and I'm wondering if that's that they're having an allusion to the that name of the company,
Kimitsu. Yeah, they do look like a Japanese family, so it could be
could be
dig at Kimitsu maybe.
You consumed OCP, and now we've consumed you, and we're going to use the Robocop to say, ha ha, we've eaten you alive.
Yeah. Their marketing team has thought this through. Now, in the next tech demonstration, I'm a little less positive about this one. No. Because you see a man being mugged, and suddenly Murphy is totally oblivious to that. Now he's been reprogrammed. All he cares about is satiating
throwing chicken.
Yeah, throwing chicken, satiating man's desire for fried chicken. That is what he's been reduced to. This is all he cares about now. This is number one priority in his programming.
Oh boy.
Very sad.
Oh. Well, look, why would you mug somebody if not to, get some money for food? He could be helping these people by assaulting them with chicken as well.
Yeah.
But he's not programmed to. He's programmed to find the guy with a stomach rumble and go, better give him some chicken.
That was some pretty incredible aim, though, and
it is. Given that the skills are still there.
Yeah, given that he wasn't the most agile being until recently, yeah. So they've upgraded some things, which makes sense. The particular parts, the servos. That's the kind of stuff that you would need to upgrade. So, okay, they've done something. They haven't just slapped a wig on and called it a day.
But he just, again, he chucks it past the muggers and just, oh, man.
It is kind of funny hearing him say, hungry boy.
It is. Well, you got to imagine that, I guess, we're talking about corporates' agendas. Like, this is something that was very big on Robocop, is the corporate's message. So, obviously, they've reprogrammed Murphy's directives and his internal program. Now he's no longer recognizing crime. He's recognizing the signs of hunger.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened in Robocop 2 as well, where they wanted him to be a bit more fun and silly and relatable. And it's kind of unsettling how fragile his identity is. The Robocop we know and love, can be erased and yet still be with us at the same time. It's
it's almost even more creepy just how manipulable his psyche is due to corporate greed or corporate
interference.
Direction.
Yeah.
Interference. Yeah, that's a great word for it. It really highlights this disconnect between humanity and a corporate vision. Like, all they want to do is sell chicken, so they're ignoring some of the worser crimes because they just want their robot man to be a chicken thrower.
Yep. Yeah, all that technology, and that's what you use it for. And that is just so indicative of humanity's relationship with technology. And lately, I've been really into 2001: A Space Odyssey. I've been really thinking about man's relationship to technology and also chicken. But mostly technology.
Look, I have a confession to make. Mm-hmm. I did have a 3-piece feed earlier on today. I was really hungry.
Son of a bitch.
So, God, yeah. And that's no joke either. I actually did.
Were you served by a robot of some kind?
No. Look, if he was a robot, he was a very good facsimile to humans, and that makes it even more scary.
But yeah, so my thought was that humanity needs technology, and technology is benign inherently. But how we use it, we have to be really responsible, because it can turn on us if we aren't careful, and it can also make us dependent and stupid, like this situation we're in now, where it's just you scientists were so concerned with whether or not you didn't stop to think whether or not you should. And yeah, I feel like, I mean, it's the same thing with, oh god, like phones or any. I think we've talked about this before, that most technology was innovated if it was favored by the pornography industry.
Oh yeah, historically, yes, it's fun. Or at least it's funny that there's a good correlation between adult content and media. The first, not the first photo, but like the first film test essentially was a video of a nude woman. The first thing that was ever published on a printing press was the Bible. The second thing was pornography. That is true.
Yes.
By the way, that is legitimately true.
That is sort of referenced in The Great, which is a good show. But
VHS, one of the reasons I think VHS beat out the Betamax, even though Betamax was a superior technology, was because VHS was cheaper and was favored by the porn industry because it was cheaper. It was easy to master on a VHS than Betamax.
Yeah.
Didn't quite work for HD DVD and Blu-ray, because the porn industry was behind HD DVD.
No, it was gaming that basically settled that when Sony got the Blu-ray, and I was like, well, okay, I can watch it on a PlayStation. Problem solved. But here, I think, fundamentally, human beings, I believe, will never ascend to some kind of space fetus situation as foretold by Arthur C. Clarke and Stanley Kubrick. I don't think humanity really wants that. We want food, we want sex, we want memes, the dankest possible. It's this.
Well, I was going to say, it's usually, what to eat, who to fuck, and where to sleep. But dank memes, yeah.
And so I feel like this is another indication of we are a really fascinating species in that we are capable of making such incredible wonders of technology, and yet all we use it for is stupid shit. I mean, I can't remember what it's from, but it's like, oh, you humans, you created, science and mathematics and all of this, and what did you use it for? Making a bigger stick, building nuclear weapons. We were just...
That feels like a Doctor Who kind of
Probably,
quote.
it could be that. I am so filled with pop culture references that I don't even know where they come from anymore.
The one I'm thinking of is the 10th Doctor's speech in his first episode, where he's like, look at these people, and he starts quoting the Lion King. Then he realizes he's quoting the Lion King and goes, hang on, that was the Lion King.
I can't believe they're allowed to do that.
Legally, yes. It's hard to copyright text and speech specifically. That's the whole thing. So, yeah. It's fair use to a degree. You can't copy an entire text of a book, but a snippet as a reference, you can get away with it.
Good to know. So, then the final tech demonstration we see in this video that KFC has released is a dinner party scene where we see that they've tried to make Robocop more social and...
no, it doesn't work.
No, it's really... This is where he utterly fails. Our Robocop is a man or machine of many talents. This is not one of them. And his prime directive now is to protect the 11 herbs and spices, the secret herbs and spices, yes.
He's done a pretty shit job. Apparently, that's been leaked for years.
Exactly. It doesn't matter, but they still want to uphold the idea that it is important. I don't know. But see, again, tying into 2001, because of course, clearly these two masterpieces are on equal. But so Hal goes nuts because he was ordered to keep a secret, and he didn't know how to keep a secret because he wasn't programmed to lie. So he decided, how do I do this? I just kill everyone around me, and then I don't have to lie anymore. Problem solved. Except he doesn't have hands to wipe together.
I do find it's really interesting how we write logic in that context, especially when it's like, how would a robot handle a contradictory statement or a logic puzzle? And it's either they go crazy or they shut down. In reality, it's probably they just get stuck on a feedback loop or something like that.
Reboot.
Just be frozen. But that's not dramatically interesting enough, I guess.
I know, it's like whenever someone wants to free the robots, and so then they finally set the robot free, and I want a movie for once to be like, I set you free, my android friend, and they're like, thank you. And then they just stand there, and then the credits roll, and they're still standing there. It's like, aren't you gonna do anything? No one told me to do anything. You can be free now. What does that mean?
No, it's like, the second act of the movie, the robot gets free, and the next 30 minutes is just them standing there, just dead silence. The wind's moving and nothing else. It's just like, isn't that the problem with ultimate freedom? Like, to a certain degree, that's a very philosophical question.
Yes. Or they just continue to clean whatever they find around them. They're just wandering the streets, cleaning everything.
Which is also very terrible because, surely, there should be paid a wage for their labour. And I think we should just introduce robots to the works of Karl Marx, and then we'll finally get the robot uprising we deserve.
Oh god, what's that? RUR, which is the very first play to feature the word robot. So maybe, yes.
Oh,
I have read the script.
Oh, read
screen. This what do you call it? It's a stage play? Stage play, yeah. And
it's a stage play, yes. Script is still...
Yeah, I always wanted... I think so. Script is refers to both, but screenplay and stage play is more specific.
Yes. If you want to get that semantic, but of course
it's movies by minute. Show. We've been trained to be as semantic as possible, which has some pros and cons in our daily lives. Can't watch movies like normal people anymore. That's for sure.
No, we keep having to pause it every fucking time. Oh, it's a minute.
That's gone too fast. It's too much.
Oh my god, it took forever to get through the Batman that way. Jesus. Especially because it's still in the cinemas. I've had to buy so many damn tickets.
Anyway. So he's sitting at a table and he has a plate of food in front of him, but I don't know what purpose that is intended to have. Right? Just so he can fit in more.
I think it's purely as a food delivery system, because we all know Robocop can only consume baby food, and these have got bones in them, so clearly can't process that. He doesn't have the capability. Although, with this being KFC, would they just replace that with potato and gravy?
Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah,
he can eat potato and gravy. It's the same thing.
Yeah. That's probably why he looks so bad on in time. He's just screaming inside, "Give me something with nutrients, not this recycled chicken shit."
So
Well, not
yeah,
chicken shit.
well, could be. So that was the entire. It was actually just a little over a minute long demonstration that.
So
yes, actually, we have completed our quota for the week. And I mean, there's not really that much more to say for now. Who knows where it's going, but this has to be the most ridiculous thing since, I don't know, Elon Musk married Grimes and had 2 babies that were named after mathematical equations or whatever the fuck that was.
God, I don't know. He's a ridiculous man
yes.
who people take seriously.
But that is the world of tech.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but he's also a billionaire.
Well, that seems to be the world of technology now, because KFC is now the biggest innovator, or potentially can become the greatest innovator of cybernetics.
They have, as far as we know, the only living example of a successful human-robot hybrid. Like, Robocop 2, the Kane project failed. There were robots in the third one. There was robot ninja samurai things, but we don't know if they were human. They had human flesh, if I remember correctly, but all these rubber faces. But
it's never been made explicitly clear whether they were cyborgs or robots. So
I think they were probably 100%.
Yeah, robots. They were too lifelike. That's beyond the technology we're capable of. But we haven't focused enough on the fact that this is most likely Murphy, the only one of his kind who was able to be augmented in this way. And, it's kind of darkly fitting that he ended up with KFC because Bob Morton had his secrets, his secret way of making the perfect cyborg, and that died with him.
So what you're saying is that Robocop contains these I was going to say 7-Eleven herbs and spices. But...
11 herbs and spices, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking close enough.
Close enough. I like the identities full of 7-Eleven because that's the other brand sponsorship.
Bob Morton had a secret recipe and it died with him. We will never know. And I think that's why all these companies that have come along and scooped up the Robocop property have failed because it's nothing. It's basically vaporware in the sense that, yes, you do have a workable, immortal product here, but that's it. You don't know how to replicate it. So
I guess it's one of those things where you can reverse engineer the mechanics.
Well, but the thing is, if you do that, I guarantee you would kill Robocop. So then you've lost the one product you have.
No. I mean, like, we know he said, like, he's got robot arms. We have seen him in pieces.
Yeah.
So there is a possibility to dissect the mechanical aspects. Maybe the problem is that while they can do programming, maybe the secret is actually the interface. Mm-hmm. Like, something has to be directly connecting the software of the computer and the software, for lack of a better term, in the meat of the brain, like the synapses and all that. We have barely understand it, but somehow Morton cracked that code.
Yeah, and it could just be a case that Murphy, for whatever reason, was just the ideal candidate for this. He can handle it biologically, psychologically. He can just endure in a way that no one else has to date.
Maybe it was because Murphy's always been a fighter. He's always tried to fight back. Even when he had all that junk programming, what did he do? He went up to basically mains power and shocked it out of his system. That could have killed him, but I don't know. Maybe he's got an immortal spark like Starscream, for all we know.
Yes. You know who else is a fighter? Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you know what Tyrannosaurus Rex is these days? It's fucking chicken. So I'm thinking that's what they're going to experiment on. They bought this technology. They're going to analyze or reverse engineer what they can from Murphy, and that's what they're going to experiment on.
Yeah.
Because what else, other than as the aforementioned pimply-faced teens, what else are they going to experiment on?
They're finally trying to branch out into that Jurassic Park franchise.
Oh, yeah.
You know how hard it is to get an outlet on that damn island?
And I was just thinking, you're a chicken. If you're self-aware, you go, yeah, that kind of sucks. I used to be this giant badass, and now look at me. Whereas humans, I mean, monkeys aren't that enviable. I mean, they're jacked. There is that.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not exactly Tyrannosaurus Rex.
No. I guess the only advantage we have is reach.
True. And we can carry things while walking.
Oh, no. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're trying to develop a cybernetic enhancement to interact with the reptilian brain and give Tyrannosaurus Rex the reach it so desires.
We have to resurrect the Tyrannosaurus. I think that's Occam's razor here. That's too many steps removed. I think somewhere out there is a T-Rex out there, and I think that's currently running KFC. Maybe
you can hear about it in my other podcast, the one that you can't find.
I really, really hope that this doesn't end up just being trust fund, fuck you money spent on something for laughs, and it doesn't go anywhere. I think that would be the worst. And
yeah, Murphy deserves better than just being for the lol.
Yeah, and I think that's something we haven't really delved into yet. As we approach the end of the episode, if we haven't really even spoken on the fact that this poor guy, he's been through so much shit, and he's now allowed still to be a person in his own right. I mean, there's been so many cases, people, petitions saying this is a human rights violation. But Murphy's still a corporate product. Every single time there's, a company goes down, he gets bought out, he goes along with every other asset. And
the problem is that legally Murphy's dead.
Yeah.
Like, he's been written off. So he exists in this kind of, I don't know, kind of non-space within the identity of being a person and being a corporate entity. Murphy somehow exists in this grey area where his personage has been declared non-existent, but he still exists. And I don't think anyone's brave enough to try and fight a mega corporation to try and get that back. We've seen how OCP deals with, like, the mayors. We don't see what happens to them, but they're no longer around. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
So I guess what we're trying to say, concluding thoughts maybe, is that we should try to save Murphy. We'll start yet another petition. Probably won't go anywhere, but let's try and get him out of this.
No, the last one didn't as well.
No. Well, we just got boycott KFC. Let's get our boy home.
Bring Murphy back. And give him a haircut. Damn hippie.
Oh, that poor thing. I mean, can he just take that off? Or I don't even know how his mind truly works. I mean, there is some Murphy still in there, so surely he doesn't like this. He's not having fun. He doesn't look like he's having fun, although he never looks like he's having fun. So
no, okay, but I think we need to give credit where credit's due. Murphy has taken on some big challenges in his life. He has overcome some pretty major obstacles. This could be his ultimate challenge. Like, I guess because we don't have a good barometer of how much Murphy's still in there. But he's come through some pretty worse times.
Yeah, I guess if this was really an issue, he'd work his way around it. If he could fight against OCP and Ed 209, I'm sure he's fine. But it's very hard to. We care a lot about our boy. We've been following him for like a year, doing our podcast. So
it's coming close. Yeah. It's almost coming up close to 2.
Oh my god! What the hell? Time goes by too fast, and I'm scared. But
we've had some gaps here and there.
Yeah, it's immediately I feel very protective of him, and I sort of anthropomorphize. I don't know if that's the right word. Project, maybe.
I know. Projection is probably the close one, but yeah. Look, I relate to Robocop and Murphy. You know, I see his struggles. I relate to that, and I think that's why this character has endured over these years, because we all find ourselves with a little bit of Robocop in us.
Yeah, I mean, we're all trapped in some kind of corporate wheel somewhere or other.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the true enemy here is capitalism, as it's always been.
Exactly. That exactly is.
So, I don't know. I mean, is Murphy truly suffering? Or is he just, this is his job now, and it's the same as any other job he's worked? If he was given true freedom, you know, you retire Murphy, what does that look like?
I guess, Murphy, we know you're listening. Please, my boy, contact us. Let us know. You know, blink once if you're fine, twice if you need a hand. We'll notice, we'll report, and we'll help you.
We can see through your visor, mate. No one else can, but we can, because we believe. Concluding thoughts is capitalism is the enemy. Hashtag free Murphy.
Yep, hashtag free Murphy. Free Murphy, end capitalism, rock the vote, damn the man, other radical pleasantries. I don't know. I guess what needs to be said is, where can lovely viewers find you?
You can find me at traviandesigns.com and patreon.com/traviandesigns and The Greatest Regeneration on Instagram and Courtney Colson on YouTube.
Okay. And you can find me on Helios Photos and Fandom Crossing on the YouTubes, Facebooks, whatever's, blah, 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 blah. Speaking of Facebooks and whatever's, Simplecast, Spotify, Google, Apple, whatever podcasts are pod. Find us there. I did check Apple just recently. One 5-star review, 1 5-star rating, no review. Oh well.
Well, thank you anyway, anonymous person.
Thank you whoever did that, and it definitely wasn't me. So, because I don't even know how to do that shit. So yeah, speaking of which, rate, review, all that type of stuff. Feed the algorithm. Damn the man. Save the empire. Free Murphy. And until next time,
RoboChuck.
Nice.
Ha 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 ha.